husband is my everything, and I'm going to tell you guys why that is. He is so kind to me. Now, this isn't some 5-year relationship. It's not 30-year relationship. We've been together 15 years in June, and every bit of it had its moments, but they built up how strong we are today. I'm so proud to be his wife. We had the hardest time of our lives since COVID. Since 2020 to 2024, even 2025, we were adjusting. The beginning, beautiful. And when we went through our rough patches and we never gave up on each other, we came back tougher than ever. I have my best friends. I have my support system. Yes, it's nice to have girlfriends and people, but he is mine. He is so fun. He's the kind of person that I know I don't have to say anything, but he tells me he'll fall on a sword for me. I would for him, just like I would my child. There's so much true soulmate love there. I've never felt this love in my life. You know how I know it's true love? Because I feel it here, not just here. The things we do, we finish each other's sentences. Now, this can sound hokey. I would rather be with him than anybody else in the world. Right now, living with me is my husband and my 10-year-old son, our 10-year-old son, and we are so happy. We went through the hardest time of our lives. We went through a time when my husband was trying to figure himself out, and I had figured myself out for that year. This was 2023 to 2024, but he wasn't having it. He didn't seem happy for me, but that wasn't the case. Back to what we were talking about. He is not only a Southern gentleman, I got lucky. So when I met him, I heard his Southern accent, and he said to me, before I reacted to the very sexy Southern accent, "My word, you speak English," to me. I said, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Women that look like you don't speak English normally here where we live." Well, flattery, sure, I guess, because I didn't get it, but I get it today. For those of you who live in Florida, highly populated community of women that we all look very similar, but we're of all different descents. So he couldn't tell what I was and where I was from, but he did not think I was Americana. He did not think I was from the U.S. of A. Born in New York. I was born in Manhattan. And he's thinking I'm going to come out and speak like Czechoslovakian or French or something, or Spanish, I don't know. He is just the one person from the beginning, even through the rough times. I could do anything in front of him, be myself in all ways, and the things you wouldn't even, most people wouldn't show their spouses. I showed him and told him. He knows my deepest secrets, and I'm okay with that. He knows everything about me inside out. Does not judge me. Even at his worst, he did not judge me. My advice to people is, when you have a soulmate, they're not going to judge you, darlings. They're going to love you for what you're trying to fix. You're going to love them for what they're trying to fix. That's all. You support each other. You make each other better. So in our rough times, he supported me in my rough time, because when we met, I had a really rough time. That's why I moved here to Florida. I moved away from a very harsh environment, full of very angry people. If you want a story, I have many of them. I will get into it for you. If you want to hear stories regarding my life in the city, I'll tell you. It was in Boston. I love my family in Boston. I did not have the best time in Boston comparatively to people I've met here, especially Southerners. In the deep South, I'm talking the Carolinas, the backwoods. I am an honorary Southerner. That's me. Proud of it. I don't mind being called a Yankee, but I am Southern at heart, and that's okay. Because I love the humility and the kindness. There's not enough, and I want to go to my grave knowing that there's some spread around. At least I can partake and be part of the kindness revolution. So let me go back to my babe. My man met me, and he knew the moment we laid eyes on each other, he was going to marry me. However, I had no clue, but I've never been married. He'd been married and had a really rough time. They were done, but in legal terms, they weren't. And here's little old me. We have an age gap, and that's a whole other video on its own, which makes it really great. I love his knowledge and wisdom, and not to mention he's hot, so hey, that was a bonus, because looks matter, but not that much. That stuff fades when it comes down to it and a person's ugly, acting ugly. The looks mean nothing. So anyways, we were going through that and we couldn't live together. And when we finally could live together, he wants to marry. However, he told me after what he'd been through, I'm not going to marry again. I don't trust women, da da da. Am I giving Jasmine vibes? I don't know. This is so cute, or more like Jackie O. I love pearls. He is honest. He has a philosophy that he's always stuck by. You know how people have philosophies? They break their philosophy and become hypocritical and do the things they say that they don't like. On the other hand, my husband, when he says he doesn't like liars, cheaters, and thieves, he's none of the three and has never been any of the three. He is that great of a person. He opens doors for me still. He opens car doors, any door. He doesn't let me put gas in my car, that's a big one. He doesn't let me drive anywhere if he's around, if he can help me. He does the grocery shopping, even when I beg him not to. And he buys me things like food, especially, that he remembers that I love. I will make several parts of this video. This man is deserving of an homage to how great he's been to me. He has been so unrecognized in his life. Like many good people out there go unrecognized, they're unsung heroes. He's my unsung hero. And I'll leave you with that so far. I love you, baby.